Hello, parents and student athletes. Welcome to our informational video about our expectations and guidelines for participating in this Fall 2 season. Practice and game times this year. Practice for varsity begins on Monday. We apologize for the short notice, but we were trying to iron out some details to give us this glorious 3:15 practice time. Please talk to your coaches about when practice will end. It will probably be around 5 o'clock, which is far more convenient for everybody with a typical working schedule. Modified practice will begin on March 22nd, a week after, at 3:15 as well. If for weather reasons we have to practice indoors, please be aware that we will have to work around this practice restriction. Maybe only 3 teams practice. Practice might be canceled. So please be in touch with your coaches to see how things change throughout the year. Before you practice, we must have all of your paperwork submitted to either your coach or myself as the AD. You can access this paperwork online on the athletic website. You can download it there. If the little pop-up box does not allow you to print, there's a link down below that says having trouble opening this document. You can open that and print from there. Or if you have Cami on a student computer, you can fill it out online and just email it back to me at jlehman@stockbridgevalley.org. All that paperwork needs to be in along with the physical. Also, if you're intending to go to WellNow, please remind WellNow to use the updated physical form when they send it to our school. Bus times are restricted to leaving at 3:20 with so many bus runs and limited bus drivers. So games in OV, McGraw, and Cincy will not start until 5 p.m. McGraw has a similar problem, so when they come to us, the game will also start at 5. Check Schedule Galaxy to see the game times. They are up to date. All of our varsity home games will be streamed on YouTube. So if you cannot attend due to spectator restrictions, or it's cold and you want to stay in home and be warm, you can find our games on our YouTube channel, and every game will be streamed there. Practice guidelines for our athletes. Once the final bell rings for school, students will report to a coach in the gym. You'll go from there to the bathroom and the locker room one at a time, so we can still comply with the state guidelines for social distancing in bathrooms and locker rooms. And then after you get changed, you'll head out to the practice field where another coach will be to warm up before we break apart to go to our separate practices at 3:15. Remote athletes should report to the field by at the latest 3:15. You'll need to be checked in with your coach. They will do a temperature check out on the field. Those who come right from school, you already did a temperature check when you checked in with your sheet to begin the day, so you don't need to do another one. Masks must be worn at all times except for approved water breaks, and during those breaks, athletes must remain socially distanced. So bring your own personal water bottles. We will not have giant jugs out there as well. Same as the winter season for many of you. Goalkeepers, this is a new one and an interesting one. You should not be spitting on your gloves. If you do, they will make you take your gloves off, and it makes saving the soccer ball a whole lot harder with bare hands. So don't spit on your gloves. Use a water bottle to get the stickiness back on them. And one thing we do want to stress, if you do not feel well in any way, please do not play, do not attend, do not come to school. If you think you might have a fever, if you think you might not be feeling well in any way, reduce this risk. It's a very short season as it is, and if a team gets hit with a quarantine, it will really ruin quite a majority of the season. So don't risk it. Stay safe. Stay home. Game guidelines. Masks are required for all participants and all spectators. 2 spectators are allowed per athlete, and family groups should remain socially distanced from other spectators. So stay 6 feet apart within your own little cluster when you get there. This guidance is mandated at a state level. So if it is violated, we will have no choice but to not allow spectators at the games. So please don't ruin this for everyone else. A mandatory 2-minute mask break will be taken at the first stoppage after the 20-minute mark for athletes to get water and, breathe some fresh air out of their mask. There will be no introductions. We will just get to playing at the start of the game. Tips to stay safe and warm. Please bring gloves, long sleeves, long pants. They're all allowed under the guidance rules for games as well as practices. Undergarments should be a solid color and be the same color for the whole team. Probably easiest if everyone wears black. Also absorbs the sun the most and will keep you the most warm. Clothing towels should be washed and cleaned after every workout immediately upon returning home. it's going to be one muddy season and it's going to smell really bad anyway. So I don't think we're going to have a problem with you guys maintaining that. One big difference this season is that community water stations are not allowed. So you need to bring your own water. Please bring multiple bottles, bring lots of water for yourself to stay hydrated throughout the game. Bring more than you think you need, especially for those first few games. Label your personal belongings like water bottles and bags, and temperatures look like they will range from the 30s to the 60s throughout the season. So please look at the weather and bring layers. Plan on bringing layers. Stay warm. Moderate your body temperature. Don't get sick in a different way because you didn't come prepared for practice. That's it. We are excited to welcome Morrisville Eaton into our soccer programs, and both the boys and girls. We're excited for this year and seeing where it takes us, and it should be a great launching pad for our next fall season, where hopefully we'll be even back to a more normal situation. So thank you for playing this season. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, email me at jlehman@stockbridgevalley.org.